Hi, my name is Ella and I'm the Plants Meow, and today I'm going to be talking about my wish list. So first off, I'm going to start off with my alocasia. The first alocasia that I am interested in is the dragon scale. I'll post a photo on this side. So if you can see, it has this green hue to it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It really does look like a dragon scale, and I absolutely love the texture. I want this plant in my collection so bad. And to coincide with that one, kind of like a sibling plant, I want Silver Dragon. So it's a silver version of that. I think that's absolutely amazing. I think all scales are welcome. So I currently don't own any alocasia, so I'm actually looking forward to getting those that I really like and hoping they fare very well. And currently that is just all the alocasia I'm interested in. So the next one is actually going to be Anthurium. Anthuriums I have fallen so in love with lately. The ones currently on my list, and I typically go for silver veining, but since my radicans, I'm feeling other options. So I have the Anthurium Chamberlaini or Chamberlainii, and that one I just think is stunning. She looks like a goddess in her own right. I love the color on her. I absolutely want just a big red purplish heart leaf Anthurium. I think that would just be so cool. So then I have my Crystal Hope. I believe this one's a hybrid of two. I'm not sure which ones. It could be Crystallinum, one of them. But honestly, everything with silver veining is kind of fair game for me right now if I don't have it, because I just want it all. So, yes, Crystal Hope. I think this one's a completely stunning plant, and I love how it looks a bit rounder. I'm very into round Anthuriums at the moment. My Dorayaki is my absolute favorite, which hurts me to say because I really fell in love with my Clarinervium, but the Dorayaki, they're so cute and so round, and I just want to stare at it all day, and I want more of them. But I know I can't have 100, but I want more. So the next one is actually going to be the Anthurium regale or regale. So this one, just in the name itself, it looks very elegant. It's going to be very similar to the next one I'm going to be posting. But with this one, I love how kind of just looks like it has like the top little ears just spread apart a bit more. And he's just very formal in his stature and those thick veins. That's how you get me. The next one is going to be Anthurium Magnificum, and to be honest, this one's probably on the list because I currently have a Magnificum Crystallinum hybrid, and I just love how it's growing, and I just kind of want a parent of one of those. Like, I have the Crystallinum, and I kind of want the Magnificum, so I think that one would be really beautiful. I think they grow up so big and lush, and I'm actually really excited to get my hands on one of those soon, hopefully. The next one is the Anthurium SELBY'S Silver. And to me, this looks like a Crystallinum hybrid, but I'm not sure with what. It's shaped very differently from other Anthuriums I've seen. It kind of has this kind of sway to it. It's not exactly heart-shaped. It's very long. It's just different. I really don't know. I have to research into more of its parentage, but I think it's really pretty. And with its thick silver veining, it's on my list. Okay, and I'm saving the best for last. While I'm thoroughly excited about all of these, the next one that I really want, which I wish I had already pre-ordered from NSC Tropicals, but at the time I was collecting just non-toxic plants because of my cats. So this one is the Anthurium Red Crystallinum. I need one. I need one so bad. It's so pretty. Like a crystallinum with red. Like, hold the presses right now. Give me this plant. Please. I know she's been talking about a second restock, so I'm just eyeing for that one. And I regret it so bad because I know it didn't sell out right away, and I could have got one. And I kicked myself because I was even like, oh, this is pretty. So, yeah, that one. Not picking favorites or anything. Okay, so the next family is going to be the Moranticae family. And a lot of these I actually have unhauled recently. If you watch my last houseplant tour, you'll notice that there's only about 10 or 12 of the family in there now, while I used to have probably about 40 to 50. I'm not sure exactly, but I know they could fill up my entire island without space to spare. My island. is a big island. It's an 8-foot island. So, but I do have more on here. Like I said, I'm only collecting plants now that I absolutely love. So a lot of the ones I got rid of, they were just ones that I wasn't as passionate about. The ones I did keep, I am very passionate about. The first one is the CALATHEA Crimson. I love how the inside of this leaf is just all pink. It's just so pretty. And I've toyed with this one on and off my list just because I sometimes like it all pink, sometimes I really just don't like the pink, but I think in person it would just look completely stunning and I wouldn't even doubt wanting that plant. So the next one is the CALATHEA fasciata. I had an orbifolia, unhauled that because I have the rotundifolia, but I think I would also like the fasciata. I just personally like the color in that one. The rotundifolia has a lot more darker veining and completely green inside, while the fasciata has darker outside veins, but the inside is more of a silver. So I think they just completely stand out, and they're not just like your typical orbifolia with the colors. They're different varieties, and I think the rarer plants are, the more also attractive they are to me. That does not apply for all my plants though. I have some common plants that I'm just like, children. Next on my list is Monstera. So I have a regular Monstera PERÚ, but I also now, after seeing the regular one, think the variegated one would be really pretty. So I'm actually, I'm just looking to get my hands on that one. I can't wait for that to grow. Even the regular one is just so cool. And I want a variegated one. And this second and last Monstera is one that I'm probably never ever gonna get, and that is the variegated ADANSONII. So the reason for that is because this one gets pretty expensive, and you're not guaranteed that the variegation is gonna last. It could revert back. So that's like, there's a price point. Will the variegation last? There's just some questions there. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I would love to have one, but I kind of just have to rationale in my head if it's worth it. I think if it had a good like stalk with a good bit of white and green, then I would probably go for it if I could afford it at the time. But other than that, not sure if I'll be getting that one. So my next category of plants is Philodendron. So the first on my list is a red emerald variegated Philodendron. So the reason I'm interested in this one is because I recently acquired a strawberry shake. This is basically the same plant, except it has much more variegation on the leaves, and I just think that's completely stunning, and I would just love that in my collection. And then we have the Philodendron Luxurians El Choco Red. It looks so velvety in the front, and then in the back it has this really deep, beautiful red color. And I just completely love this plant, and I would love to have one of these in my collection. I just think it looks very elegant, so I'm excited about it. And then we have Philodendron Black Cardinal, but the variegated form. So the reason I'm interested in this one, initially I was not, is the pictures I initially saw of variegated black cardinals weren't too appealing to me. And before, I really didn't like any plants that had even the color peach or orange in their foliage until I got one, and then I fell in love, and then that's another rabbit hole I fell deep into. So yeah, I just seen different images of this one, and some of them just look so different in their variegation, like the reds and the blacks and the different colors. I'm not sure exactly what its adult form is going to look like, but I'll show you all the different images I found, and some of them just look so stunning, and I just think that this would be so cool to add to my collection. So then we have the Philodendron Dark Lord. Initially, I had no interest in this one besides the name, and then I kind of just looked it up on Instagram, and I was like, wow, okay, this guy grows in red and then turns black. And I believe the more you have them in a bright but indirect light, the more black they get. But look how cool it looks. And I'm very into like very elegant and dark plants at the moment. So this one's really hitting that for me, and I would love to have that one. And then I have a variegated BILLIETIE. So this one isn't currently in my budget either at the moment. I think it's stunning. I love the orange on the stalks. I love the variegation on the leaves and the shape. Every time I plant a shape with like those little, I call them ears on top. It's just, I want one because I think it's cute. But yeah. But yeah, it's very expensive for a plant that I just deem is very nice, but I don't know if it's my top. Would I be willing to spend that much for that plant is another question. I recently did acquire the Billietiee Parasio Verde, and I think I prefer that one over the variegated Billietiee, so I think I'm completely fine with just not getting that one. While I'm going to keep it on my wish list because it would be a plant I would get if I came across it at the right price. At this moment, I won't be getting it. So the next one is the Philodendron Birkin. So this one, like, I found at a time where I was kind of like, I'm kind of tired of all this variegation, but there's just something about the Birkin that's really pretty. I am concerned about if it is stable variegation or not, because I have seen some people say that it might not be, but at this moment it hasn't been debunked as being variegated, so keep it on my list. I think it's really pretty and I think it would grow really nicely. So the last philodendron I have is the Magic Mask. So I already have the Florida Beauty, and I think the Magic Mask is just a more intense version of this variegated philodendron, and I think it would be absolutely stunning. I actually think the other day when I went to Longwood Gardens, I did see one. It could have been the Florida Beauty, but the way it looked, it seemed very Magic Mask to me because of how intense and slashy the variegations were, and I just thought that was really neat. So my last category of plants is Scindapsus pictus. So with this one, these are very odd ones. I already have a lot of Scindapsus pictus, so these are ones that are common to come across on in any sense of the word, and I may not even ever get one if I don't come across it. The first one is the half moon version of a Scindapsus pictus. So I saw someone post this on Facebook and I thought it was completely gorgeous, but I looked it up and I can't find it anywhere. This might just be a genetic anomaly that only they're currently breeding. I think it's stunning. I don't know if I'll ever be able to acquire it. I want it so bad, but besides that, you know, it is what it is. And then my very last plant on my wish list is my Scindapsus pictus Silver Lady. So this one may look like a lot of the other Scindapsus pictuses, mostly like the Scindapsus exotica, except if you'll notice while looking at this photo, it doesn't have that strong green vein growing in the middle, and it's also not the silvery Ann because it's not patched the same way. And I'll put pictures of the two different plants beside each other so you can see those differences. So at first, I mean, now I can obviously tell the difference. I look through the Scindapsus pictus photos, and then if one of the Silver Ladies pop up, I'm like, that's a Silver Lady, and then I look at the posting, and it is one. So I feel like it's definitely a different plant. It's not just someone trying to trick you. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed my wish list. I know I have a lot on here that are fairly uncommon and probably gonna be hard to find, but I think it's also really neat to put these out there for other people to see, and if they're interested in it, they could just try to look for them too. I think it's really awesome to just put out there what exists, and then people kind of gauge for themselves what they would be interested in. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you liked it, please like, comment, or subscribe. Thank you so much.